Rachel Detroit. I am a lifestyle coach. I help people change their lifestyle to feel better, to not be in pain, lose weight, reduce chronic illness. And so when we're talking lifestyle, we're talking about sleep hygiene, substance intake, nutrition, physical movement, stress management, and our social connection, you know, these big pieces of our lifestyle that can really help us heal. And when we fine tune them in a way, we reduce 80% of chronic illness, chronic conditions, and disease. And this is scientific information. So, and I used lifestyle changes to help manage multiple sclerosis that I've had for 3 years now, and I've never felt better, never been healthier. All right, so let's make some cookies. We got chocolate cookies here. These are so good. I've had to make them like 25 times. I'm not mad about it because I just like playing with the recipe a little bit. We'll just adjust this right here. Okay, cool. All right, so this is made with chickpea flour. We'll start with our dry ingredients first. So we got 1 cup of chickpea flour, and this is what I use. I get it from Whole Foods. I buy it multiple at a time. I love it. All right, so we're gonna do 1 cup and 2 tablespoons. Oops, 1 cup and about 2 tablespoons. All right, and like I said, we're gonna do all of our dry ingredients first. And then we'll go ahead and do 1/3 cup of cacao powder. So this is the kind that I use, 1/3 of a cup. And I'm gonna put it through a sifter, a strainer. I'm gonna sift it through a strainer because I don't want any clumps in it. Otherwise it'll be in your cookies. Also behind me, I have my oven at 350 degrees. All right, so 1/3 cup. And I'm just gonna sift it through. That way there's no clumps. And I learned my lesson by making it several times with a bunch of clumps, and it's fine. I ate them all, but it's just not that desirable. If I could easily just kind of run it through this to avoid all that. And then the cookies are prettier. You don't get big bites of cacao. Like I said, I ate them all anyways. All right, so I got all my cacao, my 1/3 cup sifted through there. All right, we're gonna add all of our dry ingredients first. So I'm gonna do 4 tablespoons of date sugar, and then I'm gonna do 4 tablespoons of maple syrup for our other sweetener, but since that's not dry, we'll wait. So 4 tablespoons of date sugar, 3, 4. If you don't have date sugar, you could just use 1/2 cup of maple syrup. I like to mix it up a little bit because date sugar has fiber in it, so it's a 1-to-1. It's just made out of dried dates. I get this from the Date Lady. It's just dried dates and just into a powder and into a sugar, and it's 1-to-1, and it has fiber, so I like that. All right, so I got that. We're gonna do 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda. 1, 2, 3. All right, and then a little bit of sea salt. You don't have to, but if you like that contrast in flavor, just get about 1/4 of a teaspoon or less. For me, I'll just get a couple shakes in here. Oops, making a mess. All right, so I got a couple of shakes in there, and then I'm gonna combine all of my my dry stuff together. Thoroughly combine. Oh, I forgot the cinnamon. And cinnamon is optional. So if you want to add like a little bit of cinnamon in here, that would be tasty. But again, it's optional. I already put mine away. All right, so we're gonna do a couple of shakes of cinnamon. Again, optional. All right, so combine all those dry, and then we'll get to the wet. So we'll do half a cup of applesauce. I love to bake with applesauce. It replaces, you know, all of our oils, and that's how we cook. When I talk about fine tuning our nutrition, I'm talking about whole food, plant-based, oil-free cooking. And if you like those types of recipes, check out my channel. I have quite a few things I make on there. You can check me out on my Facebook page, Rachel Detroit Coaching. Post a ton of recipes on there. I do a Saturday meal prep, so check me out. All right, so I got a teaspoon of vanilla extract. My maple syrup's in the fridge, so bear with me. All right. I'm gonna do 4 tablespoons of maple syrup. 2, 3, 4. All right, and that's it, my friends, in terms of ingredients. That is it. So I'm gonna combine them all. Let me get this stuff out of the way so you can see a bit more. But yeah, that's it, my friends. It's very simple, very basic. And it's gonna turn into a cookie dough-like batter. Just keep combining everything. You don't wanna overmix it. There we go. And that's why you also want to make sure you thoroughly mix the dry ingredients together, because at this point it's just like we're just combining everything to make a dough. All right. And you don't want to overmix. You still want it to be airy because our cookies will be puffy. But this is what it looks like for me. All right, let me start putting my cookies down. I have this baking sheet lined with parchment paper. I'm gonna do about 1 heaping tablespoon, and then I will, you know, kind of spread it out, press it down a little bit, and they grow. They will spread out a little bit. All right, so I got that. Oops. I don't want to get too close to the edge here. All right, that. Space. Just want to make sure that you give them space, because they do grow. So yeah, changing my lifestyle has really allowed me freedom. You know, when I was first diagnosed with MS, I couldn't walk that well. I didn't do anything. Everything was like too loud. My body hurt all the time. But with consistency and perseverance, commitment to lifestyle change, you know, and just this belief that I could do this, that I could do anything that I put my mind to, you know, and the belief in science. the belief that plants heal, plant food heals. Science is true in terms of, you know, and I was afraid, you know, I didn't want to be on medications my whole life. I was afraid. I didn't want that route. It works for some people. It wasn't working for me. I was scared. And then, you know, I found lifestyle, you know, and I was a huge meat eater, huge. I mean, I loved steak, but I had to make a choice, right? And there's tremendous, this is by one of my favorite physicians, Dr. Sarai Stancic. There is tremendous power in our choices, right? And I just think about that. Each choice that I make, there is so much power in it. I get to choose. I get to choose how I'm gonna live the rest of my life. I get to choose if I'm gonna be active for the rest of my life. And I choose to be active. So every day I work out, I do yoga, I eat very well, I manage my stress, everything. And it's all a choice, you know? And that's what I teach folks with my lifestyle coaching. You know, we get on a plan, we figure out like what aspects of your lifestyle need support, and then we make the changes, and I support you. All right, let me show you these cookies. Oops, come on. Okay. Got these right here. You can make them any size you want. I'm gonna put them in the oven for about 10 minutes, so they don't take very long either. And there's 20 grams of protein on this tray. They're all made of beans. You saw the ingredients, really clean, really good. All right, 10 minutes. All right, we're back, coming at you from this angle now. We got the cookies. They're like cake cookies. So they're delicious, they're plump. Let me show you, let me break one in half for you. This is them. You can I made a chocolate tahini icing. I put it on there. They don't even need an icing, but they're like brownie cake cookies. They're definitely a winner. If you make them, leave me something in the comments. Let me know how you like them. They're sweet. They're delicious. If they're too sweet for you, adjust the maple sugar, maple syrup, whatever. I'm cookie crazy over here. But if you like what you see, if you like eating this way, follow me on Facebook, Rachel Detroit Coaching. If you need some help getting your lifestyle in check, taking inventory of what's going on in your life, shoot me a message. Check me out at racheldetroitcoaching@gmail.com. You can message me on Facebook. Check out my website, chronicmovement.life. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a little something in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Take good care.